Are we on? I think we are. All right. Thank you for coming by Tori Magoo 44. Today is July 19th, 2022. And this is a very, very important, it's a very important message, and it's very important day for me. And it's an important message to my dear friend Andreas Heldal-Lund in Norway and to all of you. It's really, I thought about it. I mean, I escaped out of a cult 22 years ago. I was in for 30 years. I escaped out 22 years ago in 2000, July 19th. I started the escape. And I've talked about it a lot. I've made an entire series on Tori Magoo 44. If you just put in plus escape, I made a 10-part series on how I got in, how I woke up, how I escaped out. And it's a good series. So if you're interested in that, watch that. But really today I just want to thank my friend Andreas Heldal-Lund because he was the beginning of it. And it really shows. I mean, he knew we've talked about it a bunch. For him, it was just he was at the right place at the right time. But it just goes to show you never know where you might be at the right place at the right time, and you can change someone's life saying something. Don't hold back. Don't not say anything, because too many of us do. I mean, especially with phones, you see everybody on phones. And yes, they're communicating, texting, but it really, I can't tell you how many people I call on the phone and they go, "Thank you for calling me." Because there's something different about a voice than writing. But anyway, Andreas, 22 years ago, on the 19th of July in 2000, we had been talking backline on email, and anyway, it's too long a story and I've explained it, but he helped me. I woke up, I escaped out of the Church of Scientology. I'm free. And I've been free for 22 years. And I basically just want to celebrate this day. I mean, it was just such an amazing experience to wake up and realize it is just a scam, like all the cult. There were a lot of critics at the time, and of course, the Scientology just saying, "Oh, they're just evil people. Don't listen to them." Blah blah blah. And because you're sort of brainwashed, you're not really listening. You're not. But when they started picking on me after I woke up, I realized they are exactly what these critics said. And it's very important for me. I tell every person 18 to 25, I really tell everyone to don't get into it, but especially young people, because you're very susceptible. I got in at 22, left college to get into it. And I was in it for, I'd say, 20 years where I was pretty happy. I got married, I had my son. We had a pretty good time. We were public, versus Leah and all those people are pretty much Sea Org, and they're interviewing people that were born into the Church of Scientology, or they're ex Sea Org. So a lot of the videos that you see, because people ask me all the time, were you on the RPF, which is one of their slave camps? But that's only for Sea Org. That's not for public. And I realize there's a lot of what isn't said about living in science, or not living in it, but living in the Truman Show of Scientology. That's what I call it, because that's what it is. You can't see the walls, but living in it and being public, not a staff member. But anyway, that's a whole different video for a different time. But today, 22 years ago, I literally started my escape out of the Church of Scientology. And I can't tell you, if you're in an abusive relationship, in a cult, in anything where you feel trapped, it's a really scary thing, because the people on one side, and often your friends and peers, are saying, this is the greatest thing on earth. Don't, you can't ever leave. And so it feels like it must be true because they're all your friends and they're saying it. But if you see, the secret is you're the only person. And this is what Andrea said to me. He said, "I believe in truth. I believe in looking at both sides, and I have the courage to say what I think. I don't think Scientologists are bad. They're just misinformed." Right? There you go. Because if you don't have the knowledge, how can you wake up? You can't. And it's very easy to manipulate people when you keep certain facts from them. And that's what they do. But that's what Andrea said to me. And it really just, it was like I had already been reading kind of self improvement books, philosophy books, things like that that kind of help you wake up. And then when he said that, that was it. It was just like I realized, oh my God, that's it. I believed in truth. I believed in looking at both sides, and I've always had courage. But now I was like at the top of their bridge to total freedom, because it's the exact opposite. And could I think? No. Could I look at both sides? 100% no. And you don't have to believe me. Just go over and ask them. Just bring someone with you that they don't like. They won't talk to you or them. I brought a journalist. She interviewed me and I was telling her this and she said, okay, kind of like, I don't really believe you. And I said, okay, let's go over to Celebrity Center. And we went over there and she just started walking off the driveway onto their garden and a security guard was there in a minute. And she said, pardon me? And he said, get off our lawn. And she said, I'm a journalist. I'm sorry. And he said, that doesn't matter. You're with her. Get off the lawn. And we walked away and she said, I can't believe that just happened, Tori. And I said, I know. It's really hard to believe that a church, which it isn't, it's really a cult and a mind control, fraudulent business pretending to be a religion. But anyway, she couldn't believe that they would do this. So then we went to their next building. We got in our cars and drove to the complex, which is a bigger place for public. And she said, well, they're not going to be here. And I said, oh, yeah. And sure enough, we got out of the car. There were the security guards ready to, ball us out for parking. I said, this is a public street. It's Sunset Boulevard. You can't throw us off the street. But she was just like, I can't believe this is happening. It truly is. If you spend a day walking around, I mean, every person that we go with who has never been around, they just can't believe how they act. You wouldn't ever believe it. They're not even, I don't even know how to describe it, but all I can say is I'm happy to be out. If you're in and you're listening to this, the way out is the nearest door. Take it. Open the door, walk out the door. There's tons of people out here that'll help you. That's a fact. So anyway, I'm very happy. Andreas, I love you so much. I'll be thanking you till the end of my life. I will, because you really, truly have helped me amazingly. And if I could send you bushels of flowers and bushels of love, I would. And I am. And I hope everyone else here does too. Anyway, there you go. That's my message for today. It's July 19th, 2022, and I am still out. I am still free. It's an epic fail for Scientology, who made a 25-step program that someone sent to me that's on the internet, and the goal of it was to muzzle Tori. So guess what? Epic fail, Miscavige. Anyway, I love you guys. I love you so much. And you've helped so many people, whether you know it or not, you really have. So thank you very, very much from the top and the bottom of my heart. Okay, have a wonderful day.